couple trophy rooms, maybe a whole home for trophy room.
What a phenomenal performance, and I'll guarantee you he's going to reward the rest of the offensive unit after this as well for helping him get to this number.
He better. This is just unreal.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Gator offense about ready to get this next drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point. Now White lost the football, but fortunately another offensive player quick to react, and they will indeed retain possession.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
Now White lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense.
Today's final score, Tigers 57, Gators nothing.
So things got off to a solid start.
Wake up.
What are these dishes doing at my feet?
Because it's time for you to start cleaning up your crap. These dishes have been lying in the sink for almost 2 weeks. I mean, look at this place. It's a disaster. You're leaving everything laying around. It's ridiculous.
Who crawled up your butt and died?
You.
Gross.
Hey, get up, man. I want to watch some TV. You've been laying out here all morning.
What's got you two all riled up?
Just turn up the volume, would you?
The Heartbreak Kids have gone from sensational dynamic duo to a sudden two-headed monster, and boy, this is an ugly one.
Hey, I thought I played pretty good out there.
This team still has not found its identity, and I know that Coach O'Brien claims that his two-quarterback system is matchup-based, but I gotta tell you, it sure looks like he still doesn't have a clue what's going on. As Coach Madden famously once said, if you've got two quarterbacks, you've got none. And right now, I gotta tell you, man, Coach O'Brien's indecisiveness with the most important position on the team is only gonna lead to problems on the field.
The answer is simple. Just start me.
That would make the situation worse. I mean, the team plays better when I'm on the field. Everybody knows that.
If I could just get into a rhythm, I'd be fine. Last thing I need is to be worrying about you breathing down my neck if I make one mistake.
Well, you better believe it that I'll be there when you do.
Okay, I see what's going on here, guys.
I don't know what made you follow me here and try to win back your old position. I mean, you could have just kept the Heartbreak Kids going, or you could have went your own route on another team, but you decided to what, come here and punish me? Is that it?
What are you talking about? You're the one who showed up and stole what was mine in the first place, okay? I'm supposed to be Batman, you're Robin.
This whole thing.
This college football season has been a fun and wild one, and we are now down to 4 as EA Sports is proud to welcome you to AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. This afternoon, it's the first of our college football playoff semifinal matchups, as we'll see the Texas Longhorns taking on the Clemson Tigers. For the right to play for a national championship next Monday night in Santa Clara, we are underway from Arlington in the national playoff semifinal. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
First and 10 now for Clemson. They will let him throw here on the very first play. He'll run it. It's in for a Clemson touchdown. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
If we had $1 for every time we heard, I wouldn't have to work very much, and we just saw a big one there. And then they tried to go explosive again, going for 2.
Yeah, is that a little too risky, you think? Just kick the extra point?
And you know, I'm all about getting points, and if I feel good about my kicker, I go ahead and do that. But with that ball at the 2-yard line, going for 2, I think it's awfully tempting for teams nowadays.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brought down at the 28-yard line.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Warner. Got a man and he hits it in stride. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the defense will get their hands on it. Going the other way. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now stands at 13. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
At their own 25-yard
The
line.
Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. They start the drive with Martin. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A play fake. Now Warner. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Intended for number 8.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Warner. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Eluding the pressure right. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had it. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. 20! And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. How about that? Their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. time in the game.
And that's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks would tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's a 1st and 10, Texas. Warner from the gun. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Martin here. Out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They set up the screen to Martin. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
And that's complete. It's Green here. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on
facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
31-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Martin. And he'll go down at the 28.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They run again on 1st down. Martin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards the pickup. And that'll be good enough for the first.
15-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
And it's 3rd down.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. On 3rd down, Warner. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for number 20.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Texas field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
And this one is right through. And that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. operating from the gun. Holmes. And this is Simpson with a catch. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he will take this in for a Clemson touchdown. Their mobile quarterback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And Clemson tacks on to their lead. And he puts it through.
Makes the score 7. Longhorns 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Start at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Boy, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Warriors hit, and he loses it. But thankfully, this is corralled by the offense, so they will, in fact, hold on to the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Well, it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11. At the 38-yard line.
Now Martin.
Run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation.
And he loses the football a 2nd time. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. 2nd time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. A beautiful fake. Fighting through, and he's got space. And he He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. He's going to take off with it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, he's going to keep it here. And again the footwork. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first. Clemson now with a 1st and 10. From the gun, Holmes dancing to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Gets by him, and a little daylight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Holmes. And help, and put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. Their mobile, agile quarterback as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Makes the score. Tigers 34, Longhorns 3.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Longhorns come up here to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Down at the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. Clemson fans right now saying Tommy who, because it has been all Tigers here as we reach halftime at Arlington. The winner goes on, the loser goes home as we start the second half of this semifinal matchup. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. About set for their next drive, the Texas offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he can't escape, and down he goes. So it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime, but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards.
And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Tiger offense ready to get after it one more time. And Charles, look, I mean, coming into this one, you and I, we didn't know what to expect. This could have certainly been a disaster, nothing short of it. But this young man under center, he has certainly risen to the occasion.
He certainly has, and we certainly prepared.